What's up, everybody? This is James, aka J Moore on keys, and I am back with another tutorial today. Today, I want to go over this very common gospel song. It's called "Not About Us" by Noel Jones, and this is going to be in the key of F sharp. All right, so let's go over the scale real quick. F sharp is the 1, A flat is the 2, B flat is the 3, B is the 4, C sharp is the 5, E flat is the 6, F is the 7, and F sharp is the 1. All right, so that's the scale. All the black notes are in the scale. So let's go over that first part. It's the main part of the song, the chorus, the vamp, the intro, the everything. So once you learn this part right here, you're gonna have about 80% of the song down. And that's this part right here. All right, so that move right there is very important. It is the backbone of the whole song. So let's go ahead and start learning that right now. So first chord. So in our left hand, we're going to do B, F sharp, and A flat. I'm sorry, B flat. And if you want, you could take one of the notes out, like the F sharp or the B flat, whichever is easier for you. But I like to play all of them to make it more full. So that's our left hand, B, F sharp, B flat. And in our right hand, we're gonna play F sharp, B, and E flat, just a B major chord. So we got kind of like a B major 7 chord right there. So right after we hit this chord, our top note, that E flat, is gonna go down to C sharp, like this. You can keep all the other notes the same. If you want to, you could just hit it, whatever you want to do. So we move that down to C sharp. And that takes us into our next chord. So this is on the 6 right here, and we're just going to be doing kind of like an E flat major 9, or minor 9, excuse me. And that's going to be in my left hand, E flat, B flat, and C sharp. And in my right hand, I'm going to be playing F, F sharp, B flat, and C sharp. So almost like I'm just playing an F sharp major chord. I'm just adding that F. All right, so that's, so all together what we have. And just like on that, how we went from the E flat to the C sharp on the first chord, we're gonna go from this top note being a C sharp. After we hit the chord, we're gonna take that straight to B flat so we can follow that melody line. So just practice that a little bit. And then after that, so 4, 6, we're gonna hit a 2, and that's gonna be A flat and F sharp in my left hand. And in my right hand, I have a full B major 7, B, E flat, F sharp, and B flat. So, and sometimes when I do this, just to make it easier, I might just play like an inverted F sharp major, because it still gets the same idea across. The only thing it's missing is that B, but whichever it's easier for your hands. So there's also an option. Catch those notes real quick. All right, so all together so far we have. So as soon as we hit this chord, we have another move. So my left hand is gonna go. So after we hit that 2, 2, and then F sharp, E flat. So, and then my right hand after I hit that 2. So 2 chord, and then A flat, F sharp. And that's happening at the same time as the left hand move. So, and where you're landing after that, it's just a straight 5 chord. You can octave it up if you want to in your left hand. That's just a C sharp major chord. So C sharp. In my left hand, you can do octaves like I said. And in your right hand, you're gonna have C sharp, F, and A flat. So make sure you really practice landing on that C sharp so the whole move doesn't fall apart. So, and then we're gonna do a quick 6-2 move right here. So on that 6, we're gonna do E flat and C sharp in my left hand, and in my right hand, I'm doing C sharp, F, F sharp, and B flat. And this is the same chord as the 6 from before. We just inverted it down. So now the B flat is on top instead of the C sharp. So that little move. And then we take it right back to the 2. And this is how we end the move right here. On the 2, same 2 as before. Same 2 as before. A flat and F sharp in the left hand, B, E flat, F sharp, and B flat in the right. So let's just go over the second half of that real quick. Try it nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. So the whole thing all together. Try it again. One more time. All right, so let's go on to the verse and see what we have there. So the verse is done 2 different ways. It's done a little different each time. So the first verse, really simple. All you're doing is staying on that 2 that I showed you. So I present my body, living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. And then it goes to this 6 chord. So that chord is just E flat. In my left hand, I'm doing E flat, G, and C sharp. And in my right hand, I'm doing F sharp, B, and E flat. Just a B major chord, but inverted. So I go, I present my body, a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto. So it kind of jumps out. It's kind of pushed a little bit before the beat. So after that, we go right back to the 2. Thing I'll be, lay it all at your feet. And then it goes to this chord right before we go back into the chorus. So this is another important chord right here. This part actually has 2 important leading chords. So this one E flat chord that I just showed you is great for when you're going to a minor chord. Like in this case, we're going from the 6 to the 2. So this is a great time to use that chord. When you're going to the 2 or to the 6, use this kind of chord. Get this in all your keys. And the other one, right before we go into the chorus, in my left hand, that's F sharp and E. And in my right hand, that's B flat, E flat, and A flat. And I might do like a twang up from the C sharp to the E flat. And if you notice, in each of these important chords, we have tritones hidden in each of them. So tritones are very important to the sound of gospel, as we can tell. So 2, I present my body, a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. 6, right back to the 2. Now be at your feet. And that one leads us straight back into. All right, so that's the first pass of the verse. The second one is a little different. We still start with the same 4. And not 4, 2. And this is the same 2 that we've pretty much been doing throughout this whole song. So 2, dun 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 6. So after you come out of this chord, we're going to the 5. Instead of the 2, we're going to the 5. So in my left hand, and I'm going to simplify it a little bit. In my left hand, I'm doing C sharp and B. You can add the F sharp if you want to. And in my right hand, I'm doing an F sharp major chord, F sharp, B flat, and C sharp. And you can add the E flat to make it that 13 sus. And this is a very dramatic 5 chord, another very important gospel chord right here. So it goes 6 to the 5, instrument of praise. So dun dun. So you go back to this chord, going to the 4 that I just showed you. So I'm an instrument of praise. And we go to the 4. So 1, 4. And that's going to be B and F sharp, my left hand, and B flat, C sharp, E flat, and F sharp, and my right. So you're making a B major 9 right there. So all together, after we come out of that 6, 5, I'm an instrument. So you do it kind of like in between. I'm an instrument of praise. And then to the 4, I praise him long with 5, 5, and back to that leading into the chord. So let's put that all together. So I present my body, or whatever the second verse is. 6, 5. So just practice that, because the second time it's a little different. All right, and if you notice before I hit this chord, I kind of do some leading notes, C sharp and E flat. That's just to kind of create a little bit of a feel to it, a little flavor to it. Because you don't always just want to be hitting the chord straight on. Sometimes it's cool to add a little notes in there before. So real quick, I want to go over some important transition moments and some moments that happen in the vamp of the song. And then that's pretty much the whole thing. All right, so after we come out of the second chorus, or third or fourth, whichever one takes us into the vamp, you're hearing the. So So right before we go into that transition moment into the vamp, instead of landing back on the 2, we land on the flat 7. So this is the way I voice my E major 7s. So in my left hand, I'm doing E and B. Excuse me, and you can do an E octave right there as well, whichever one you want. And in my right hand, I'm doing A flat, E flat, and A flat. All right, so we play that chord instead of the 2 at the end of that. So, and we stay on that for a little bit, bounce on that, and then we go to the 6. So on the 6, while I'm holding the 6, I'm playing 2 chords alternating back and forth in my right hand. So I'm holding down that E flat, octaves, maybe add the B flat in there if you want to. So in my right hand, I'm playing, the 2 chords are E flat minor, excuse me. So that's E flat, F sharp, and B flat. And I'm just doing inversions of that. And then I'm doing the C sharp major chord. So C sharp, F, and A flat, all while I'm bouncing on that 6. So, and I'm doing it in different inversions. So I'm kind of just like going up or down depending on what kind of melody I want to create. So just however you want to play it, as long as you're alternating between those 2 chords over the 6. And then it goes to transition chord. So transition, and we already know this one. This is the one that led us into the chorus from the verse. F sharp and E, B flat, E flat, A flat. And as you can probably guess, it takes us to the 4. So we bounce on the 4 for a little bit. Same 4 as before. B, B, F sharp. In my left hand, right hand is B flat, C sharp, E flat, and F sharp. So from the beginning of that section. And then we go to the flat 7 again, same one we just did. And then transition chord. That same chord, this song repeats all the chords pretty much. So once you know one section, you probably know most of another section. So then that takes us out into, let me go right back into, because we're in the vamp now, okay? The last thing I want to show you is the famous part that everybody loves. Not about us. So after you're in the vamp. So after you hit the 2, whenever you want to, or whenever the MD or whoever, music director, whoever tells you to switch to that, into that 6 drive right there. So we're just bouncing on the 6 that whole time. And I'm just playing E flat minor. And the way I play it is I keep that kind of pulse going in the bass with that E flat, 2 E flats. And in my right hand, I'm following the singers when they hit the not about us. And in my right hand, that's E flat, F sharp, B flat, E flat. If you want to, you can play F in there just to add some. but I think I like it as just the E flat chord right there. So it does that kind of line in between. All that is F, F sharp, B flat. So it goes, not about us, not about us, not about us. It's about Jesus. Just like that. Right here. So after you do that, it's about Jesus. So to go back, you just hit that same chord. Got one chord going to the 4. And then you're right back at. All right. I think it goes to the flat 7 one more time. I'm not sure exactly at what point that is. But after you come out of that, there's kind of another build up on the 6. If y'all decide to do this at your church. And then it goes for however long, and the director goes back one more time into and you're holding that 2. And there's a line at the end that they do, if you want to know what that is. That's all right, and that's E flat, F, F sharp, A flat, B flat. So you're just walking up the scale from E flat. And the second half is going down from C sharp. So C sharp, B, B flat, A flat, and B flat. And then just 3 hits on the 6. E flat in the left hand, E flat, F sharp, B flat, E flat. I'm going faster with this part because you know the chord already. I just showed it to you, so. All right, and once you get that, that is the whole song. That's it. It's a very repetitive song, but this song is very fun to play. All right, so make sure that you practice this song, really get it in your hands, and figure out how you can make it your own and have fun with it. All right, so that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and share this video with someone who wants to learn. Leave a comment of any songs that you want me to go over or any concepts you want me to go over musically. And be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can see when new videos are coming. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Happy practicing.